G, ang mRNA, dili valid. So, dili na siya pareha. This is non-polar. That is polar acidic. So, ang supposedly hydrogen bond, so ionic interaction, dili na mahimo pwede. Kaya nahimo na siyang non-polar. Okay. So, any change in the sequence would mean genetic disease that will be carried from one generation to the next generation. Okay, now, let's move on to secondary structure. As to the secondary structure, as I have mentioned, it would stabilize the folding and the coiling. If you notice in here, diba, C-double bond O, diba, only siya ang inyang peptide. This is the oxygen, carbonyl. Carbonyl, oxygen. And this is also the peptide. Here. This is also the peptide bond. You notice, C-double bond O, N, H. This is the H here. This is the amide H. Carbonyl, oxygen. Nag-form siya of hydrogen bond. So, dapat maka-form of hydrogen bond. So, it would stabilize the atom alpha helix. This will also stabilize our beta-heated shift. So, hantay siya, regular siya. So, if you look at this one, in the secondary structure, it refers to the folding and coiling. It refers to the regular, recurring arrangement in space of adjacent amino acid residue in a polypeptide chain. Adjacent. Remember, adjacent, dumpul lang. Dili pwede layo. Kaya kung layo na, it's no longer secondary structure. It is tertiary structure that we're talking about. So in this case, it gives you a localized, three-dimensional, localized segment lang, but not the entire protein. So this is stabilized by the hydrogen bond between the amide hydrogen and the carbonyl oxygen in the peptide backbone. So you will have the helix here, the coiling, and the folding. We have the beta-heated shift. Okay. As to the alpha helix class, listen. As to the alpha helix, kini siya ang pag-ana nimo ana regular din. Dili pwede kini gamay, kini dahil nakuon. Dapat regular din ang ihangod sa set na garaan nito na television. Pareho din sila ang pagkakuwi. As a matter of fact, between one to the other, it has 3.6 amino acid. Nakuha na ito kayo ng peptide. So, na-short tension. So, between 3.5, 1/3 is 3.6 amino acid. And the distance is 5.4 times. Okay. So, this is the many hydrogen bonds that is being formed that kumbaga pa, naghimo tag-ana, pag atong buyan mo sa man, mawala. So, ang hydrogen bonds, mahimo siya positive para mas stable ang iyang structure. Did you get it? Okay. So, if tanaw nimo, ang atong hydrogen bonds are parallel to this axis of the helix. Paana man siya, paana man. Then, kung tanaw mo sa taas, asa atong hydrogen? Naasa baba. That is for the alpha helix. And remember that what is the lone secondary amino acid? Proline. Proline is the lone amino acid. So because it is the lone amino acid, in this case, please take note that ang atong proline, ang structure na siya isang ka-H. Are you with me? Pag maghimo siya o peptide bond, gamito na ito sa H. Na pinabili? Wala. Kaya po na ito mag-hydrogen bond. So in that case, kung natin-proline, i-break niya ang atong helix. Pwede naman siya kayo ng hydrogen bond. So that's why we refer proline as a helix because we can no longer form a hydrogen bond. So how about the beta pleated sheet? No? It's a protein secondary site in which two fully extended protein chain segments with the same or different molecules are held together by hydrogen bond. So what makes this one stable na nakaplated? This is the hydrogen bonds that we have. So this is the hydrogen bonds that we will form here. This one, this one, this one. Ang kining R group actually mahimo na nasa taas o sa ibaba. No? So in ani natong hydrogen bond, ang atong R groups na nasa taas. So ang R groups natin diha will now be above and below, and the hydrogen bond will be perpendicular to the peptide, polypeptide backbone. Okay. So you could have it interchange within or interchange between chains. So we could have parallel. Kung parallel, puro siya N-terminal. Dari po C-terminal. So kung imo na silang ipareho, ang tendency, ang imong hydrogen bond, hindi polymer. Ani siya. Pero kung parallel structure dahil, N-terminal, C-terminal, paano ba ang pagka-forma niyo? No? Patuloy-tuloy ang list. So, kini ang ating, say for example, this will be N-terminal, N-terminal, may palayo din na C-terminal. Okay. So, kung pareho ganito diha, parallel. Pero kung hindi ganito siya pareha, that is anti-parallel. So, if you notice, the anti-parallel is more stable. Kayo po, linear na hydrogen. Laro na. So that is for the secondary structure. Now we will go to the pattern. Primary structure. Secondary structure. Di ba kini ang helix, kini ang beta, pleated sheet. Di ba na kay R group dili? Asang R group sa helix? Pagawas. Asa ang R group ani? Paganaw. So, pwede ka kung R group niya dali. Kung R group niya dali, mag-inter. Kini po, kini, di ba? Ang gawas libot. But na siya shape. Kung baga pa, di siya ni Ana. Pag ana, ngayon na siya may bond. That is tertiary structure. And what are these interaction? But before that, kaya nahimo naman siya, muragin namin. It looks like globular. No, globular na siya. So kung globular na siya, dili na siya katong localized three-dimensional. It is now overall three-dimensional shape of the protein. Asa ang atong namulyapon, it's because of the R group interaction. So what are these R group interactions? Again, these are the peptide bond, these are the hydrogen bond secondary structure. These are also secondary structure. Ang tertiary structure is katong R group na to dali R group dali mag-interact. Ang R group dali, R group di mag-interact, so on and so forth. So what are these interactions? What is remember, if you have serine and tyrosine, what is serine? Serine has OH. Tyrosine has also O. So this is partially positive, this is partially negative. What is this? Hydrogen. Okay. So if you have also serine, partially positive, partially negative, and you have something like that. This is partially negative. So this will now have hydrogen 1. So it is kinsa man itong mga ingani. Acidic, amino acid, as well as the amide amino acid. Asparagine, diba? Asparagine, glutamine, acidic, glutamic acid, and aspartic acid. Kini siya na sila C double bond O.
Kapalit mo
This
dito
C
katong
double
laki
bond
din
O are able to form hydrogen bonds with the polar serine, neutral, serine, tyrosine, and even serine. Did you get it? So, kung sa'yo na ma-form, hydrogen bond.
Talipang bang happy on you.
So you have this one, no? Partially negative, partially positive. Hydrogen bond. Another one is, ang atom lysine has an NH3+. This is cation. Ang atom glutamic acid, this is a basic amino acid. We have acidic amino acid. It has C, double bond O negative, kaya iba mo ng hydrogen. Then you will have this one. This is your anion. So anion, it gives you ionic interaction, salt, linkage, or even another term is electrostatic interaction. So another term for this one, ionic, electrostatic, or salt linkage. Did you get it? Salt bridge. It is between basic amino acid and then acidic amino acid. Another one, what is this one? Hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon, polar and polar. Non-polar. Hydrophilic, hydrophobic. Hydrophobic. This is also hydrophobic. If you have non-polar and another non-polar, then these both are hydrophobic. You will have hydrophobic. Are you with me? Yes. Another interaction is you have the SH as well as the SH. This forms a disulfide interaction. So it is between state and your system.
Hapit namin bang wala gawa
Okay.
mag
Among these four, which is the strongest? If you notice, these are intermolecular, hydrogen bond, ionic interaction, induced dipole, induced dipole, or your hydrophobic interaction. This is covalent bond. So the strongest is the disulfide linkage. That is a primary bond. That is it is a covalent bond. That's why a protein must makaresist because of the disulfide linkage. Did you get this? Okay. We will discuss each of this one.